Yeah, hey everyone, Brian with you from the Game Cabinet. We're back doing our AI-only championship series here in Civilization 6. We have moved on to the second chance round number 2. We got Alexander, we got Nubia, we got Cleopatra, we got Matthias, we got Canada, we got Indonesia, we got Cree Poundmaker. So this is going to be a very interesting group. Not so much because of the civs that are in the game, but because of what I random number generated the map. So the map is actually going to be Terra. And so Terra, if you've not seen it, basically there is two different continents. One continent is which everyone spawns in on, and then the other continent has no one spawning in on it. I think in Civ 5 it was East-West was the name of it. Anyways, this is one of my favorite maps. I've always loved maps in which you have to go colonize. I mean, that's one of the things I always loved about EU4 was going and trying to colonize the New World before everyone else, and then I know there's other people there, but whatever. The point being, I really enjoy this map. The thing is, the AI isn't always the best at this. So what this is going to potentially do is this might let someone catch up. Just because if someone gets over to the Terra or to the new world before everyone else, they might be able to gain a whole bunch of territory. So I think this is going to be rather interesting. Everything else has been left the same. So we're going to go ahead and start the game. We'll load in here in a bit, and we'll be back as soon as we load in. We're not loaded in yet, but the other thing I was thinking about that also makes Terra really interesting is the fact that, you know, you got to understand that all 7 civs are all going to spawn on the same continent, which means there's generally not that much room to begin with. So we're going to get probably a lot of warfare. I mean, there's definitely going to be an encouragement for warfare. We're probably going to end up seeing a civ or two knocked out. I would not be completely surprised by that. But the fact that they're all on one landmass is going to really make things quite tight. Now, they're technically is going to be space for 8 of us, but you know, we'll see how that ends up working out. So all right, so there is a larger continent that all 7 spawn on. That's fine. In the New World, we do have some city-states, which, oh yeah, that's the other option too. Whoever gets over there also gets to unlock a bunch of city-states and gets free envoys there, which is crazy. Wait a second, what? How do the Cree spawn on the world by themselves? Well, I mean, from a historical standpoint, that's kind of accurate. But from the gameplay standpoint, yeah, we can't let that one happen. What the heck? That's not supposed to happen that way. That's weird. All right, well, let's go ahead and restart. And the game's trying to be historically accurate. They're like, all right, here is, you know, an indigenous people tribe, so we got to spawn them on the New World. Hey, I hit restart game, please. Please, please. Just stop the auto loading. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's gonna go. Now, so here's the two things about this. Number one, if Coupe was in this game, he is like super overpowered on this. This is the one map that Coupe can actually win on, just because he always spawns adjacent to the New World. So unless the AI just does something completely stupid with him, he's always gonna end up on the New World. So he would basically get what Cree gets there and basically just get a whole bunch of city-states. So he would be suzerain of all those city-states, number one. Number two, he'd get all this room to actually settle, and he'd get all these resources all to himself. So yeah, it wouldn't be a good game if he was over there. Was that my number 2 thing? I guess both. Yeah, that was my number 2 thing. My number 2 thing was talking about why Cree is super overpowered if they spawn over there. So we can't actually let this map go if someone spawns in the New World. Now, hopefully this doesn't become something that happens every single time, please. I do like how one side map is bigger than the other. Okay, it looks like we're fine this time. I don't think any of these are cities. Civs, rather. Yeah. Yeah, these are all city-states. Okay, and then you got city-state up there, city-state over there, and city-state there. All right, so we got Cree on the northwestern part of the continent. We got Indonesia in the northern part of the continent. Kind of an unfortunate start for Indonesia, to be honest. Not as much water as she would probably like. We have Egypt to her southeast on the eastern side of the continent. We have Macedonia just south of Egypt. Egypt's going to quickly run out of room here. Matthias is smack dab in the middle between Egypt and Cree. And then Canada is down south, almost by himself. He's actually got a decent amount of room. And then Nubia is on the southwest side of the mountain. She also has got a decent amount of room and has, well, actually, I think Canada's probably maybe a little more benefited from this gigantic plateau range, the Jebel Abid. I should know how to pronounce that because that's a word I've heard before. But you know, brain. It's 11:30, but once again, this is my first video of the day, and my brain is not fully up yet, awake. I had to spend like the last hour freaking scheduling videos, which is just always the most fun part of the day. But anyways, I'm not really that complaining. Okay, so let's see. We got 3 cities here for Alexander. We have 2 only for Matthias. Please don't break AI, because I really don't want to have to load in again. Egypt's got 3. Indonesia's got 3. Cree's got 3. Nubia has 2, but they are working on number 3, and then Canada has 3. So is anyone close? Well, the funny thing is Egypt actually is not that far away. There is ocean towel in between. Oceans in between us, but that's not very far. What is that? Take it all away, take it all away. Shoved it in my face. Something. It's an old rock song. Anyways, but yeah, trying to figure out. So Egypt is fairly close here to the new continent, but they do have an ocean in between them, and that's not very far. But shut up, Brian. Oh my gosh. Also, Matthias is going hard here on Alexander. Point being with this is Egypt has a really good opportunity to settle the New World. Oh my gosh, I just can't finish my thoughts here. Now, Alexander is popping out archers here, and Matthias does have vampires, though. Interesting. He's bringing in a new warrior, and then let's see. The vampire's only running at 20 combat strength. He does have the town completely surrounded. He needs a spearman right now or something. Now, here's the biggest mistake you can ever make in Civ 6 is taking out a warrior, taking out one of your stronger melee units and putting an archer in there. Now, your initial thought is, hey, I want to put an archer in there because the archer is very good defense, or because the archer then doesn't take damage and can range shoot. Now, it ended up working out for Alexander, but generally that is just like the worst thing you can do. Why? Because the garrison defense strength just dropped down to 15. I think it was probably 25. Oh, Indonesia is coming in as well. Oh my gosh. Alexander, hold the line. Where are the spearmans, man? Where are your hoplites? Although, wait, does Alexander get hoplites? He gets the companion cavalry. He gets the Praetara, or no, it's not the Praetara, but Alexander, he gets 2 unique units. The Hittite, yes, and then he also gets the, whatever. Swordsman that replaces the swordsman. Okay, never mind. Wait, why does he get a unit that replaces swordsman? He should get a unit that replaces spearman. This is Alexander, dude. He was companion cavalry and pikeman, man. I mean, I understand why Greece is in the game, so, you know, that makes sense why there's no hoplites, but, like, come on. Come on. I mean, I suppose the unit is probably also very common here. Let's see. The Hipposet, shield bearer, was a lightly armored soldier who possessed great flexibility on the battlefield. But see, the Macedonian phalanx was most vulnerable. Could help protect the central shock cavalry more offensive. Okay. I take everything back. All right, Civ, you guys did something there that okay, that's fine. All right, so Cree declared war on Matthias here because Matthias lost his entire army, but did not help him. Canada is fine down here. Nubia is also fine down here. We're basically only watching over here. Egypt is the one that is kind of maybe a big change here. Like, Egypt could potentially go and declare war here on Indonesia and probably do some damage with her horse archers. Sorry, chariot archers. She is not at war, though. Okay, so they are still unique. Still peaceful. Okay, meteors are over there. I was just wondering if someone's going to get a free cav unit over here. Looks like Indonesia did also peace out. And Alexander, dude, he's coming back. He is coming back with a freaking vengeance. Nubia's bringing the horse archers. Sorry, the Piatti archers. Pitati? Whatever, bring in her unique archers here, and they're actually starting to wreck Buda. Sorry, there's a Buda that literally is right next to Austin, so that's why I always want to call it Buda. But unfortunately for Nubia, she doesn't have any melee units. Now, there is a Cree warrior that might be able to ninja it. The bigger problem is no one's going to actually be able to hold on to that town. Now, if Alexander come and grabs Szeged, then things might be a little more possible. We also got a new era popping out here. But once again, most everyone's going to be able to get a golden era. So Buddha is still at 0 HP, but no melee units can actually get in there. Matthias with the vampires and still struggling. Kind of disappointing here, dude. I gotta say, Alexander's really impressed me. Although now it looks like he's also going to have to deal with Canada. Now, Canada can't do a surprise war. And Canada has not denounced Alexander, so he'll be safe for a little bit. There's no melee unit to take it. Oh, and she's starting to lose her archers. Actually, wait, hold up. You have a warrior right there. What are you doing? Now, if you are Matthias, you got to kill that melee unit right now. So let's see. Everyone got a golden age. No shocks. There you go. Okay, so Buddha has been captured now officially by Nubia. It is rebellious. It is going to flip in 8 turns. She can actually hold it, though, which is just completely shocking here. I think Matthias is going to be probably gone here because it looks like Cree are going to clean up Misalik, and Tatabanya is going to flip, and then Seged. Well, one of these two is probably going to go to Alexander, so... Wow, of all people, Nubia was the one that actually came in and took it. I was not expecting Nubia to be able to come grab it. So Indonesia and Egypt are also at war here. Dude, that's why I gotta say, this is why I was kind of excited about this map. Shoving everyone onto one little small continent is gonna be great for life. Because, you know, there's just not enough room. Where would we have spawned as the player? Probably in here, honestly. Or maybe up here, actually, too. Yeah, probably one of those two spots. But yeah, shoving all these guys together was just always going to make for a great time. Now, I would be absolutely shocked if Egypt lost anything here with their chariot archers against Indonesia. Egypt's just way better early game. So it's kind of like Alexander potentially losing. Like, he should not be losing early game. Although he still doesn't have any of his unique units. I guess one is a replacement for swordsmen. And I suppose the other is a replacement for horsemen, yeah. So, both of those aren't like the earliest units. Oh my gosh, too much talking and we got the hiccups. Oh my god. Sorry. Okay, I think we're good. It's something about early morning in the first episode and talking too fast. I have no idea. It's just the strangest thing. I gotta actually Google it. Is there, like, I've never had hiccup problems before like this, but for whatever reason, the last like month or so, well, it's like ever since we started this series, it's like, yep. Okay, so who's going to actually ninja this town here? Alexander goes first, but he doesn't have necessarily the range units, but I think the heavy chariot might be strong enough. Dude, that'd been hilarious if the zombies actually wrecked it. No, Alexander moved away. Okay, all right, so Nubia's going to grab another one. Nope, they just raised it. Well, probably better for Alexander that way. Or, I mean, it's not better for Alexander, but it's acceptable for Alexander. Miskolik is probably going to fall here to the Cree. He does have the river crossing, though, so that is a pretty nasty thing with the multiple archers there. Tatibiana did flip, and that one's going over to Alexander immediately. Kind of surprising. I guess maybe not. Maybe not. So who is the net winner of this war? I mean, right now you got to say Nubia, but I think longer term, probably Alexander, because he just basically opened up a bunch more room. And yeah, now that Buddha flipped, this is probably all going to be Alexander territory eventually. So survive the early game, and there you go. So what about Canada? Has he denounced anyone yet? Now, see, the thing is, Canada generally jumps in on the war. Also, hi? That's a 2, 4, 5, plus 5. Yeah, it's an okay campus. Anyways, point being, Canada usually gets a little more worry when it comes to emergencies. And I don't know. I mean, it's a little too early for emergencies. I don't know anyone has any diplomatic favor yet. I don't know. Does that show up diplomatic favor? I don't remember if that shows it. So obviously no one's in the New World yet. We should keep an eye on to see who's popping out. You're getting Celestial Navigation. Celestial Navigation is the harbors. Cartography is where all of a sudden you're going to start seeing oceans. That are no longer in between us, and that's not very far. Yeah, okay, so there is almost enough to start getting some emergencies. Almost. We got walls now popping up here in Alexandriaville. Cool. Somehow Hungary is still full loyalty, which is a little crazy here. Alexander is losing Tatiana, but not by much. You should be able to hold it. Yeah, just need one governor, and you should have a governor at this point. You are grabbing ping. Okay, what's everyone's science looking like? Yeah, pretty okay. And culture's pretty okay as well. Anyone with an early lead? Poundmaker, actually. 2 wonders. Okay. So, Poundmaker popping out the early wonders. Poundmaker pounding out those wonders, man. Freaking Brian, I hate myself. Yeah, he's popping out a bunch of wonders, man. He's got 2 more popping out. And it also looks like he's going for a religion or religious gameplay. Like, I think he already has their religion, but I need to click on someone to actually see the religion, don't I? So Hinduism is Indonesia, Cree, Egypt, Nubia. This is going to be a game in which we might see a religious victory because everyone is on the same continent. So that is a possibility. Indonesia. Yeah, Indonesia with the Hinduism all through Alexanderland already, too. Okay, I like it. I love how it called it Alexanderville, Alexanderland. I mean, it's just great. It's not as good as Teddyland, man. I love Teddyland. I love calling America Teddyland in this game. I would totally be okay with changing the United States of America to Teddyland. He's not the worst president, okay? And it just rhymes. It sounds good. You know, it's better than Lincolnville. Actually, Lincolnville is pretty good, too. But Lincolnville sounds like a city. Surely there's a city called Lincolnville, right? Lincolnville. There is. Lincolnville in Maine. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I was like, there had to be. What about Teddyville? Teddyville Museum. Penang. This is in Malaysia. Oh, interesting. All right. Well, I mean, we call it Teddyland, not Teddyville, but who knows? I can't actually call America Teddyville, apparently. Now, I wonder why Malaysia... I mean, it's a museum, so it's not necessarily a city. So literally, it could be some dude named Teddy that moved to Malaysia and decided to name the museum after him. You know, we could go look at the wiki and read up on it, but quite frankly, there's other things happening right now that might be a little more important. So Canada, with the very aggressive settle here. I don't know that's going to be a good idea. Well, here's the thing. If he gets a golden age and Alexander gets a dark age, Mithone's going to go to him. Mithone? I'm not good with Greek. I'm just bad with all these, okay? Buddha actually ended up going back to Matthias. Oh, interesting. Okay. The unique units, the companion cavalry, the Huttori, now are out for Alexander, and Buddha doesn't have any walls right now, so he does have a pretty strong opportunity to take that himself. What is the vampire? The vampire's at 28 combat strength. Why would it be at 28 combat strength? What melee unit has 28 combat strength? The spearman's 25. Oh, wait, is the catapult a 28 melee on it? That's a 25 melee strength. Those are 35, 36, so he doesn't have the swordsman. The spearman's 25. Oh, yeah, Darbrand, the chariot. How did I forget about the chariot? Okay, Nubia also has the jungle gang down here. Might actually probably is gonna ninja that city. Pff, poor Matthias, man. Poor Matthias. I guess that's the problem with being in the middle. That being said, before you jump on your bandwagon and be like, Matthias didn't have a good opportunity, remember, Alexander almost died here. So, all right, this is going to be very awkward here because he's going to get a dark age. Okay, at least he held on to Buddha. Because if he would have lost Buddha right before getting a Dark Age, then Gior would have also flipped, and the Menelik would have also just been gone as well. So it would just been a matter of time before he straight dies. All right, so Cree, Matthias, Canada, and Indonesia all got Dark Ages. Tubin and Memphis now are both Dark Aged. They should flip back to their normal original starting positions. It says Tubin's going Alexander. I doubt that. Yeah, I doubt that. Well, he does have Tatiabana. Banya. Buddha, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, that one's too far away to put loyalty pressure. But this is actually really, really good for Alexander because that means if he grabs all this, he can actually hold it. Gior is flipping over to Cree, it says. Not a huge shock. Nubia got a golden age? She did, so if she grabs Buddha, she might be able to hold on to it. Canada got a Dark Age, which means Kingston's now flipping over to him, which means Hamilton will probably then flip as well. Yeah, because Chuck, whatever here, Chalk and Mithone and Kingston are all going to probably flip Hamilton. So Alexander needed this. This was actually 10 to 10 for him. Dude, yeah. I mean, right now he's MVP for sure, so he deserves everything that's happening. Egypt is not in a bad spot. She's going to get her town back. You know, she has a little more room to expand. She just really has the opportunity to get across the ocean. That honestly is going to be, I think, her saving grace. We got shipbuilding popped out for Alexander. He doesn't have any coastal towns. So that's kind of a bigger issue here. Is long term, he's going to need the coastal towns. We also can potentially get a really good Panama Canal. What about Golden Gates? I mean, there's some locations, but no super sexy Golden Gate. I kind of wish you could build the Golden Gate a little more than one tile. I wish it could be at least 2 tile. There's so many potential 2 tile location golden gates that I've seen that would just be like 10 of 10 if you could actually make it just 2 tiles. You know, actually, you know, I bet I could mod that. I almost guarantee you I could mod that in, and I think that would be worth it. So Buddha's still still Hungary, which is a little surprising to me. Looks like Indonesia's going to be the one to steal it. Sorry, Nubia's going to be the one to steal it. Indonesia's not really been doing a whole lot, by the way. Tubin's still flipping over. Yeah, Indonesia's getting a little disappointing. She only has 1 Kapung, and then it got burned to the ground. So she's still at war here with Egypt, and Egypt's pushing hard. She doesn't have walls yet either. And not having walls against men-at-arms is going to potentially be a very bad deal. Very bad deal. All right, so who's going to go first? It looks like it's going to go to Alexander, because he should be going like right now, and then he should be able to grab it. Yeah, there you go. So he has Buddha now. He is losing loyalty on it, but I don't think that's a problem. He did put ping here, and he can actually move ping over to Buddha, and it's not flipping that quickly. So yeah, he should be fine. Now, Hungary, just a matter of time before they die. Yor did end up going over to Cree. Kingston did end up going over to Alexander. Hamilton's still full loyalty. He does have a governor there, though. Dude, AI just like so much smarter now, man. Just get rid of that one negative policy, and it's just like the AI is just like so much better. With these dark ages, it really is crazy. Now, admittedly, I don't think they could use that policy yet in the game. It's still too early, but like just the plays we've seen from the AI in the last like couple group stages to like not lose their cities in the dark age has just been like crazy. It's just been like psycho how much better they are. Which is, it's weird how like one little thing can have such a huge impact, which I suppose it completely makes sense. You know, that really is like, I mean, in a lot of ways, just life, you know, a little thing can just have like a catastrophic, can change things a whole lot. Anyways, zombies here are going pretty hard. So I was told you just need to hover over the zombie to see its combat strength. +5 against anti-cav. I thought I was told, is it like... Yeah, I don't see where I'm supposed to hover over to see it. So it looks like I still have to like hover over another unit to actually get an idea of what the zombie combat strength is right now. Hi. But the problem is when the turns happen, it just messes it up. So they're at 21 extra combat strength. 21 combat strength is going to put them at 41. Men-at-arms are out, which are what, 45, I think, right? So, you know, zombies are there. They're a nuisance, but they're not like absolutely destroying things yet. Tubin did end up going to Alexander, so Alexander should be in first place. No, Cree's still in first place because those wonders. Yeah, I mean, he's got what, 4 or 5 wonders, but he also has the religion. Alexander doesn't have a religion. It's still super early, and we still have an entire continent to be filled out. So, like, you can't, no one is like there. Like no one's at the point where it's like, oh, they're going to definitely be able to win this game. It's just, there's such a so much more of the game left to go. Okay, Nubia's also popping out quite a few wonders I thought we saw. Yeah, she has the pyramid. She's working on the kill wall, although she stopped the kill wall for some reason to build walls in a town that's not adjacent to any of her enemies. Okay, yeah, that seems fine. That seems fine. Is Nubia in third? Yes, she is. Egypt's actually in fourth. Canada is pretty far down, which it just goes to show you, look at Canada not settling any of the tundra. I wonder why. Although I will say, you know, some of these tundra towns, are like, yeah, they're not horrible. They're not horrible. I mean, it's literally the exact same, a 3-2 and a 2-2 on these deer. That's exactly what you would find in a deer that is like not in the tundra. But once again, and this is why I don't like Canada. So their bonus basically allows them to settle tundra and have the tundra tiles be the same as what everyone else spawns in. So their special bonus means, hey, guess what? We start off as good as you normally start. That's our bonus. But guess what? Where that's our only bonus, you also then get a bonus on top of, you know, just being able to start equivalent to us. That's where it's just like, I don't know if I'm making sense here, but it's like they need one other thing. It's like they get a bonus to make them equal to everyone else, but then everyone else has a bonus which then takes them above it. So it's like hey, yeah, your starts aren't complete crap, but guess what? Their starts aren't complete crap, and they get something else. You know, whatever bonuses it may be. Extra loyalty, extra damage, extra whatever, you know, extra food gain, because, you know, all the civs are slightly different. And then when you talk about, like, their unique building, their unique units just so late in the game, it's just like, yeah, I mean, it's just, generally in this game, you want, like, the earlier the unique unit, generally the better off you are, because by the time you get to the end of the game, you're already snowballing. So if you're needing the unique unit, like if you need the U bomber, or the B-52, the American B-52 bomber, or, you know, the Mountie Canadian unit, you know, if you need those units to win the game, you've not snowballed and you're already probably behind. Now, multiplayer changes it a little bit, you know, but I'm talking purely single player here, because, you know, by the time you get to that point, you should be set. All right, so he's still losing Buddha. Interesting. Heh. Nubia ended up putting heh right there. I think the biggest issue, though, is probably all the Cree stuff here. Now, this is going to be big, because Alexander might end up losing a lot of this if he gets a Dark Age. Because, like, if he gets a Dark Age and we get Golden Ages over here, goodbye Tubin. You know, Buddha's going to be gone. I don't think Kingston will flip. I think these two are probably going to be okay. I would imagine Buddha's going to be the one that will flip if he gets the Dark Age. Like, that'll be the Free City one. But I don't know. Could also be Tubin. It could be Tubin. It'd be very unfortunate if it was, like, Kingston, actually. That would just be horrible. Because he's going to lose Buddha, and he would lose Tubin. And so that would just be, like, the one town that he might be able to hold on to. So Egypt's still okay over here. The war is happening. Somehow Egypt has not been able to conquer any of Indonesia's cities, despite the fact that she's just now building walls, which I have to say is an absolute atrocity. If they don't have walls by this point in the game, how have you not actually conquered any of their cities? That is just horrible, just absolutely horrible. Kilwa's getting built again. Did end up getting the Chechen. I think Nubia is going to be able to get another Golden Age. I think she's got enough wonders. I feel like she has. Now, Cree was building the wonders, but I don't know. We've seen too many wonders anymore. And Cree's actually, yeah, I think we would have spawned up here somewhere. But Cree's getting a lot of room over here. So, everyone but Cree and Egypt. Interesting. So it was Buddha that flipped, so that's not so bad then for Alexander, although he is going to lose Tatiabiana. Wait, who was the other one? Cree and Egypt. It looks like Tubin's going to be full loyalty, so he's safe there. Hamilton ended up flipping, which is actually screwing over Alexander with Methone. Hamilton is going, though, back to Canada? Might actually end up in Macedon, though. Alexander might get that one back. Krugus also is having some loyalty issues because, all right, we're going to have some free cities here popping out, man. I didn't actually think about this, but yeah, the free city pressure, the upgraded free city pressure is probably going to be maybe too much on this map. I don't know. We'll have to see, just because everyone's on top of each other. It's just so interesting how, like, you know, a setting for one map is great, and then you switch maps, and then that setting's just like, nope. Everyone sucks. All right, Cleopatra's getting cartography, which means she is going to be getting cities across the ocean, hopefully pretty quickly. She doesn't have really any other opportunities for cities. Like, yeah, Alexander could settle there, but she can't. Alexander does now have one ocean town. Now, he can always build a, you know, harbor and stuff like that, but still. Well, I mean, I suppose, yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. He actually doesn't need a harbor to put a troop in water. Yeah, he can literally just put the troop. I've been playing some Humankind, so I think that's where my brain was. Like, you can just walk a troop into the water. So yeah, you don't have to have a coastal city. You just want the coastal city if you're going to build naval ships, but you don't need naval ships to go settle because you don't need transports. But yeah, whatever. So we'll probably ending the episode here in the next, in 14 turns here. Tatiabiana is trying to get conquered here by Alexander, but I don't think that one's going to happen. Kruges did end up flipping. Kassar is flipping as well. Nuri is flipping too. Nuri might stop Kassar from flipping when you end up flipping to Cree. Yeah, dude, Cree is looking scary right now. It's still early, but they're looking good. Jambi ended up going back to Indonesia, so congrats on there. Tuban is flipping. I was actually kind of surprised you weren't flipping initially. I think you need to take one of your governors over there. Although you have your governor down here in Methone. 8 turns until Hamilton goes back to Canada. And they do have Mount Kilish over here? Is this a culture, +1 culture from foreign cities following your religion if you own this tile? I think that's a modded one. I don't remember that one. Either way, they have a natural wonder down there and they're not settling by it, which is kind of odd. Oh, you know what? Nubia actually got a Dark Age. Kind of surprising because they did build a couple wonders. So we were not expecting that. I really did think they were going to get a Golden Age. Heh, is also flipping to Cree. Yeah, dude, man. Now, keep in mind, a bad Dark Age from Cree and all this flips. Oh, Matthias did end up dying. Not surprising at all. Although Matthias might... Nope, never mind. I was going to say Matthias might be reappearing here in Buda. But no. Full loyalty. Stop that from the 3 free cities here. Tuban is still going to flip. He needs to move Peng. He needs to. It still would be flipping, I guess. But, I mean, there are other... I mean, there's policies. He could stop it. Kassar is still flipping, still at 3.2, so that doesn't look too good for Nubia. Yeah, Krugus right here is kind of screwing her. Having lost that one really hurts. So she's going to potentially lose a really good city here because, number 1, well, Mount St. Michel is almost built, but number 2, she actually has the Chechen there too. So, yeah, that's not a great city to be losing. Zombers are fighting over here, surrounding Goyer. I'm trying to see what they're at, please. They are at, shoot, it looked like 38, but that's with a bunch of negative combat strength. Come on. 31. So they're at 51. 51 combat strength. Yeah, probably still a little bit behind. So, yeah, the zombies are good, but they're not overpowered. All right, so Tuban is going to flip to Indonesia. Okay. So Alexander ended up losing, what, 2-3 towns? Which is a little unfortunate. Definitely hurt, though, Nubia a lot more, because they ended up losing 3 as well. And they're not, well, they're going to lose 4, actually. Yeah, that hurt them. Hamilton is not full loyalty, so Methone is not flipping. Krugus is going back to Nubia. Ooh, that might be her saving grace here. Nah, 23 turns. It's not going to be quick enough. That's unfortunate. All right, for now, we're going to wrap this episode up here. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button, join the game, come and show your support. So we know Cleopatra can cross the ocean. And in fact, she has a settler, which is right on the coast. She might be settling there, but she might also be going to the New World. So right now, Cree is like running away with it, but there's a lot of game and a lot of land left to take. So we shall see if they can hold it. So till next episode, bye everybody.